You, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today's a Sunday, and I basically want to do a grocery shopping haul of what I bought in the grocery store. And being in Chicago from the Caribbean, you have to know particular which grocery store to shop to get your stuff. And one of that grocery store is Cermak. I don't know if you know that brand. It's spelled as Cermak, and it's from Fresh Market. Now, one of the things that I appreciate makes me more appreciative of being in the Caribbean is that when you're buying your fruit, you don't buy fruits and vegetables. You actually grow those stuff in your garden. But me now, moving to Chicago, it's like I have to buy my fruits and vegetables. And knowing that I don't have a property where I can grow it because I'm living in an apartment, so the easiest way for me to get what I want is doing the grocery shopping. So I'm going to tell you on the things I buy and the cost towards it. It's not that pricey, and I hope you enjoy it. So stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, so here I have a list of things that I got in the grocery store, and I'm just going to go through them one by one. And you can see I do buy lots of fruits and vegetables because this is like actually my favorite thing in my diet, and fruits and vegetables is a must. And as you can see here, this big juicy watermelon, I got it. And back home in my country, you normally don't really buy watermelon. People grow them, even if it's very expensive because it takes forever to grow. But here it's very cheap, and you don't need a big one because it's just me and my significant other. So I got some watermelon and spinach. Now, in our country, we mostly use callaloo, and if you don't know what callaloo is, I will tell you. But it is it's about the same as spinach, but it's called dashing leaf in my country. In a different country, it's considered callaloo, but it looks different. They have actually the same properties and benefits. So spinach is my substitution. And then here, my favorite is plantains. I love me some plantains. Like, you gotta be, you can't get a perfect plantain, but I love them ripe. It's better for me. Some people like them green, but I prefer mine ripe. And pineapples, which is like a luxury for us. In our country, it takes forever to grow, and I remembered on my grandma's property, she had a lot of pineapples growing. So this is something that I always get in a grocery store. Oranges, oh, I had oranges tree. And the thing about our culture, I don't know if you know it, if when you have a kid or a baby, there's someone in the family, like your mom, make your new sibling, they give you a tree in the garden and they plant your navel string on it. So orange was mine, and I love oranges. So you see I have 2 bags here because I have them. I have the oranges itself, not the mandarin. And mostly I love these better than the mandarins. And then my favorite, oh my goodness, cane. I know some of you guys are wanting this now. Now, the only thing, the downside of buying cane over here, the quality of it is not as sweet or the same texture as it would have been if it was back home, but at least it still gives me that taste and that memories that I would long for. I would remember me as a child growing up. I would be on Sundays, especially go to the back of the our property home and in the garden, and there was just one spot, just a little spot, and it was so much cane. There was a purple one and this one. The purple one is my favorite actually, and I would sit down for hours and hours just having cane. And just the thing about it, you peel it with your teeth, the purple one, but the green one is a little harder, so it's better for a knife. And here is a pumpkin. Some say it says a product of Mexico, so thanks for the Mexico that I got my pumpkins. But yeah, I love pumpkins. And avocados. I know these are very small compared to the avocado tree that I'm accustomed with. It's like maybe 4 times the size of these. And okra. We sometimes say okra, but okra is one of the good vegetables that I love also. And we have here one of my favorites also. It's a fruit. I guess you know this. It has a really nice smell to it. And these are guavas. Now, I love guava, and guava is a very common fruit where I'm from, and they have a lot of guava jams and jellies. Just smelling it now makes you want to have it. And cheese straw, they make it. No, sorry, guava cheese. It's like one of my favorites that they make, and you can do guava juice with it. But it's just a couple. I probably would make like a juice with it, instead of eating it like this. And this is the carrots. Why I took the natural carrots is because I think when you take the bigger ones, it's easier for you to cut it into the shapes that you want when you're cooking, just for nice presentation, I think. And you don't have to get a lot. And then these are Scotch hot peppers, very hot, so be careful with these. And here we have some parsley, curly parsley. Now this could have been in my garden, and one of my things I would really love to do is to get, since I love plants, but is to get a flower pot and put all these things, herbs in it, so I can always have them because they're not really hard to grow. And here we have is the cilantro. Now, there's 2 different species of cilantros. They're like cousins, I would say. But this cilantro is not a cilantro that I'm accustomed with. The other cilantro I'm accustomed with is like a leaf farm, a big leaf farm. But these are like smaller ones. But it's the same. And yeah, cilantro. And then we have here like some green onions here, seasoning properties. And then we have some limes and bananas and cabbage and some sweet peppers. And this here, you see this Welch brand is passion fruit, and the picture on it shows you. Now, I love passion fruit. Passion fruit is one of my favorite juices. And this company, like, I came here and I was like, I know it's just 17% juice, but it's like, where can I get some real good passion fruit? And I don't really see it. And then one day I was like shopping in this store. I was like, oh my goodness, this is Welch passion fruit. Let me give this a taste. And I tell you, if you want to really taste, if you never had passion fruit before, because passion fruit is a very acidic fruit, and you really want to enjoy the flavor of the juice, just try to get this brand. It's a Welch brand, and you will definitely like it. I don't think no one. It's something you can drink, especially on a hot day, and you have a little glass of ice, and this goes really well, just to quench your thirst. But anyhow, this is basically all the stuff that I got. I got more things actually, and over here, I have here some goat's meat, so fresh goats here. And now I'm more of a snapper person, but my partner, he likes this fish, so you see whole pompano and pork. I'm really don't much of the pork that much, but yeah. So today we have what are we going to be cooking today video, and since I'm getting ready to make dinner. So hey guys, here we have some herbs and some seasoning that I will be using to marinate my goat's meat. So this is how I prepare. I just put it out so you to see what I use. So this is a onion. These are just some regular sweet peppers. These are Scotch peppers. We have ginger here. We have garlic. We have the cilantro, green onions, and parsley. And over here, we have the goat in some lemon water. Well, I should say lime water. And it's just soaking right now. And then I'm going to wash it off. So I'm going to go and blend up my seasoning, what we have here, and then you would see what it looks like when it's done. So here we have it. The blended herbs and spices is all here in this little pot. And this is what I'm going to use to marinate the goat. And now, since it's all made, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash this off and transfer it to another bowl and then wash it out again. And then I'm going to add that marinated herbs, into the goat. So after blending up all the seasoning, you'll have to combine it into the goat meat. So here, as you can see, I have the goat, the seasoning. So I'm gonna just put a little bit in here. Well, not a little bit, a lot, because that's the thing about Caribbean cooking. We season our food. And then I don't measure. That's the thing about me. When I cook, I don't measure. I just look, my eyes is my measurement. So I'll use some salt. That's enough. I know people say, oh, that's a lot, but it's going to be good. And this is some allspice. Just put a little bit of that. And a secret ingredient. And if you can come closer, this is one of my country's gold, I would say. And this is mace from nutmeg. And I'm just going to make it really fine. Just sprinkle a little bit in there. And yeah, just season it all through. Just let everything get a piece of everything. And you get it all combined. You cover it, you put it in the refrigerator. If you season it for in the morning, you leave it there for a day or two. Or even if you want to cook right now, you just let it marinate for 30 minutes. And that's it for now. And then you're going to see the next process on how I would make my curry and to transfer it to the pot. So stay. We have the pot ready, and I put a little bit of oil here. And I'm just going to add some onions and garlic. And let it saute a little bit. So all that flavor will be combined. Put it on medium heat. You just want it to be caramelized, not to be burned. And then you would go ahead and add the curry powder. So about 2 tablespoons. Let it take its time and cook. And then I always add like 1 tablespoon of turmeric. And you just keep playing with it. Let it take its time. So so you can get that flavor out and let it cook for a bit. And keep going. And when it's about, let's say, 5 minutes of turning and tossing, you then add the water so it can simmer down. So the curry has been like 5 minutes, so I'm gonna just add this scotch pepper. I'm not gonna break it. I know I already added one into the blended herbs, but if you're not a pepper person, my advice to you is not to add this pepper at all. Just add a milder pepper of your liking. This is for people who likes pepper, and I do. So I'm gonna put the fire a little bit on a higher heat, and now you can see that the curry is cooked to a nice caramelized looking color, and it's not burnt. So some people be like, oh, they cook curry and it's burnt, or they don't know how, but this is how you should. And let it just take its time. It's gonna do its own trick. That's the fun of cooking. Cooking is like experiment. And I'm gonna add like a half cup of water in here. Right, and then let it get heat up. So you see the curry is not burnt. You see that nice yellowish color, that yellowish brown color. It's still there. And you just leave that there before you add the goat meat to it. So you leave it there for just a few minutes. Ready? So here you see that it is simmering after you add the half cup of water, and this is what you want before you add the goat meat that's already marinated. Please do not bust this pepper while cooking. It's just there to add some flavors. And you take your time and you add in the goat meat while it's marinated. You know, and this is what I love about cooking. It's fun. You know, I don't know who don't like cooking, especially when it's Caribbean food. And a lot of people love Caribbean food. You know, it looks very green right now because of the seasoning that's already in it, but that's okay. You just mix everything up. You put it on medium heat, and you just leave that there so everything can soak in and all the flavors can combine, and you cover it there. And now you see I have here some kidney beans, and it's already like soaking, it's actually boiling. I didn't add any spices to it yet. I just want it to be burst, but right now it's not quite burst, so it's going to take some time. Some people, to speed up the process, they pressure cook it, but sometimes I just like to let it take its time. So I'm cooking some kidney beans with rice here. So this is on, and the goat meat is on. So now I'm going to do my plantains, and also I'm going to do some coleslaw. So you can stay tuned for that, and I'll show you how that is made. So after about 10 minutes on medium heat, this is what the goat meat looks like. You see, guys, it is bubbling really nicely. The flavors smells good as soon as you open the pot. So I'm gonna have my partner here taste the food a little bit.
Wow,
just test it.
That smells real good.
And let's hear what he says, and see what we need to add.
Wow.
Should we be adding anything, or is it perfect?
It's perfect just like that. I like it.
Good. So you see, guys, you don't need to add anything else because Akeda knows how to season food, and I know how to measure. And not because I know how to cook, it's because I've been cooking for a very long time. I've been cooking since I was probably 10 years old.
Well, your mom did a good job.
Of course she did. Of course. If I've been cooking for so long, I'm telling you, and you're not a professional cook, but I started cook at 10 years, and probably I even started before that, but meaning cooking for the household, and you don't know how to cook curry goats, something's wrong with you. Check yourself. Anyhow, so we're doing that. That is good. You leave it again. Now, this is a little hard. So you're going to need to add a little more water to it. So what I might do to speed up the process, or I might just let it simmer a little more. I'm going to add about a cup and a half of water and let it take its time on the medium heat to cook through. If I was in a hurry, I would put it in a pressure cooker, but I'm not, so I'm going to let it cook through, and I tell you, it's going to even taste better. Okay guys, so this is the end result of the goat meat. You can see it's nice, it's soft, took a really nice color. So I'm going to turn it off now, and over here we have the rice and beans. So it's time to eat. I already did the plantains and all those other stuff. So we have here the plate that's already plated out. So what I'm going to do to end the meal, I should say, to end this video with a really nice presentation, I'm just going to put the goat meat here on the plate so we can have some nice Sunday dinner. I know it's very soft, very tender. Okay, and there you have it. This is your Sunday meal.